Hey, what's up everyone? Just doing a video today of my recording desk studio, home studio desk build that I did this past summer. I am actually still not done with it, but I'm not going to be able to do more until it gets warmer outside. It's way too cold to start cutting wood. It's almost done. I just got to add the tray for my keyboard. So I'm just going to show you some photos, and this is more of a test for a new microphone that I'm using to record the audio for this, and I'll show you that in the video too. But I'll show you some photos, and you'll see, what it started out from, and it'll bring you up to what it is now, and that's that. And I'll show you some other stuff that I have in this tiny room here that I do these videos in. But let's get started. Let's get started with the first photo. And there is my desk in its infant mode. Just basic wood from Home Depot. That was it. I had a plan. I had an idea of what I wanted it to look like, and with the help of my brother-in-law via FaceTime over my iPhone and iPad, we were able to, he was really good with the measurements. It's basically what he does. He's a carpenter, and we were going back and forth over the iPhone and the iPad, and just he helped me put it all together. So that's what it looks like when it was born. All right, and then I'm sure this is going to be very exciting for you guys, but this is more of testing out this microphone that I have here in the room. And here's the wood cut, to the sizes that I need. Just so you get an idea of scale, I believe, now I did this over the summer, I believe the size of this desk, it's pretty big. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 84 inches long. So just imagine that, because the room that I'm in, on each end, it has 4 to 6 inches before it would hit the wall on each end. So it kind of slid in. You'll see as you get further along in these photos. But again, there's the pieces starting to get cut. Okay, now we move on to the staining, and this took a while. I think I did 2, maybe 3 coats. And this was the Minwax Jacobine stain, which I really like. It brought a nice dark wood color to it, and I had to do every single piece, both sides, all the edges and everything. And I also added, when I was done, I added a clear coat on top, but it came out really well. I had originally wanted it to be a lighter desk, but I put a little bit of this. I don't remember what it was, but it was way too light. It looked too much like the photo you saw before it. It was too light, and it would get stained easily if I was putting a drink on it or whatever. So I went darker, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. All right, now what you're seeing here is the actual I want to call them the sides of where you would put drawers. I didn't opt for drawers. I just wanted somewhere to throw crap in on both sides of the desk, and it's kind of like the legs of the desk on each end. And again, you'll see it in later photos. But I think these might have been the hardest thing to put together, just because it was awkward trying to get the nail gun into these things while holding 2 pieces and the nail gun. So I managed to do it. A couple of screw ups here and there, but I was able to fix what went wrong. And we're going to fast forward way ahead because I cannot find the photos of the in-between stuff. But this is the back of the desk. Now, what's cool about this desk, as I said, it's a very big desk. In order to get it into the house, and then if I ever move and want to move it, to get it out, there was going to be no way this was going to fit. So what we did was we used bolts. We actually bolted that whole top piece that you see there, including the upper part. The upper part is attached to the top, and then that whole piece is sitting on top of those 2 end pieces that are on the ground. And we had that back piece that you see there, I think it was a 2x4, 2x6. We bolted that whole thing on the inside, so whenever I want to move it, all I got to do is take off the wing nuts and unscrew it like that, and that whole piece comes off the top, and then you take the other 2 end pieces. So it's really like a 3-piece desk. It looks a lot more complicated, but 3 pieces did it, and it's going to work out well. It's starting to work out well, actually. I've been doing a lot of my my recordings and everything using this desk. So here is the desk in the room, and as you can see, I got about 4 inches on each side. It slid right in there. I have my 2 monitors. I added a rack unit. I have a power conditioner, but I'm not really going to add too much rack stuff because I'm not a rack effects or a rack unit type of guy. I just like a very simple setup. All the way to the left is my Scarlett 18i6, the Focusrite audio interface that I use for all my recordings. I actually did my whole CD on that thing. But this is what the desk looked like in the room. Now, coming up, you'll see I added some edging to the whole front of the thing. And I went lighter on the edging. And there's the edging. And this was actually the day I was actually starting to add it on there. On the monitor up there, I'm actually watching Narcos on Netflix. Check it out. It's a good show. It's about Pablo Escobar. But you can see that the edging is lighter, and I hadn't finished it. Actually, just this was from a few months ago, and I got busy and didn't really finish up. So I finished up the other day, and I'll show you in a video coming up. Kind of walk around, not around the desk, but you'll see a little piece of it. All right, so here is the desk in its spot. So you can see the edging. Happy with the way it came out. I actually moved the Scarlett Focusrite. I put a little rack shelf in there. And this is the microphone I was talking about. It's one of the Blue Yeti microphones, USB. I'm using a Mac Mini. And there's my keyboard, my MIDI keyboard. And this piece here is actually going to hold this keyboard. And where it's going, gotta always have water gun, right? Bubble gun. I don't even know what the heck that thing is. So that's gonna go down underneath. So when I'm sitting at this desk, it'll pull out and play the keyboard whenever I want to. As you can see, I'm using Logic and I'm using iMovie right now. I gotta upgrade that. Monitors, I'm using the M Audio AV40s. I've been using those for years now. As I said, I recorded my whole CD using these things. My Fender bass, just a Squire hanging on the wall. My ESP Sambora guitar hanging on the wall. And next to the desk is my Friedman BE 100 and Marshall cab. On the other side of the desk, I have this is my printer, my junk, all my pedals, junk, my pedal board. So, I just want to show you one more thing. Back here is another junk. Now, I'm in a very, very small room, and I have so much stuff crammed into this room. It's ridiculous, but this is a lot of my gear, and I have a cot here that I use at gigs to haul all my stuff. There's guitar cases behind all this. I got Line 6 wirelesses. This here is a what is this? This is a guitar holder. I think it holds 5 to 7 guitars. Got my Sambora hats. Got a 212 cab right there. I believe it's a Lapo line. Got my hard case, road case from my Friedman. But that's my stuff. So if you have any questions about the build, I'll do my best to remember, because it was not. I'm not a carpenter by any means. I'm figuring this stuff out as I go along, and but I'm happy. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do this. Just takes a little patience, and if anybody knows me, I am the type of guy that I want things done now, and this took me months because I did it, when I had spare time, and it's huge, but I can just keep adding to it. So I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. Let me see if I can back up a little here. That's an Atomic CLR under the desk there. But yeah, that's it. That's my recording desk build, and thank you for checking out the video. And we'll see how this blue microphone is. Maybe I'll do a review on it at some point. But that's my stuff. And I'll see you next time. Hit like, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. Take it easy.